Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals.
Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice. Proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals.
Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Steve Mueller with you here with Jimmy Jones at the Eunice Cardinals basketball arena, as we're going to be broadcasting the Lady Cardinals volleyball game tonight against Loving. And we just got to watch a great JV game, and the JV team won in straight sets again, so they have not lost a set all season.
Absolutely. Those JV girls look good. They've got some good chemistry going out there. A lot of different girls doing a lot of different things. You know, you don't look out there and see one person that's just controlling the game. I mean, they're doing a really good job, but it's definitely distributed amongst all of them.
Yeah, and so straight sets again. So first game was 25-17, and second game 25-18. Who do you think was the big player out there tonight? You
know, like I said, it just seemed like a really good team effort. At one point, I know service points, Brianna Armendariz during that first set, she probably had 12 or 13 in a row service points, including several aces. And she had a really good game. But, I mean, it was definitely a well-rounded group game, that's for sure. Everybody played well.
Well, again, they won in straight sets. We've still got about 15 minutes here before we're going to be bringing you the varsity game. We'll be back on a little before that to bring you the lineups for tonight. Loving is varsity is 0-2, and the Eunice Cardinals are 2-0. So we'll see what kind of action we have tonight. As you remember the other evening, or last night, the other evening.
Yeah, last night.
It was just last night.
We were just here.
Yeah, they won in straight sets, so maybe we'll see a repeat of that tonight. Any thoughts on it before the game? You know,
it could definitely do us some good to get out of here early so that we could go home, get a little rest before we have a Eunice Cardinal football game tomorrow over in Hagerman. Before we get to all that, I would like to name those JV volleyball girls. I've got their roster here. Number 2, Maribel Lopez, the junior. Number 3, Didi Zamora, the sophomore. Number 5, the one that I'm a little, fond of, Chloe Jones, my daughter, the freshman. It's also her birthday today, so happy birthday to her. Number 7, Brianna Armendariz, the sophomore. Number 8, Kelly Stinson, the freshman. She has played really well this year so far. Number 9, Jasmine Martinez, very athletic young lady. She's a sophomore. Number 12, Ashley Rangel, the sophomore, who really did well from the service line tonight as well. And number 15, Vivi Ornales, the sophomore. And those young ladies are now 3-0. And like you said, they haven't lost a set. So it's a good day to be a JV Lady Cardinal on the volleyball team for sure.
And congratulations to your daughter on her birthday. Mine was yesterday, so I'm kind of partial to Pisces there. So
absolutely,
we share a great sign.
Yeah, happy birthday to you as well.
Well, we're going to be back with you in about 10 to 12 minutes, so you can watch the warm-up here on the stream, and we'll be playing some commercials from the folks that are making these broadcasts possible. Also want to remind you that other sponsors we have is Parker Energy and the City of Eunice. So thank all these people, do business with them, because without their support, we couldn't be bringing you these broadcasts. So we'll be back with you in about 10 minutes.
Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop.
Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Are you looking for a reliable and trustworthy auto shop? Check out Zia Auto Shop in Eunice. Zia Auto Shop specializes in lube and tires and accessories. They accept fleet company maintenance cards and do washing and detailing. Next time you need a dependable tire or lube service for your vehicle, Zia Auto Shop has you covered. All the services you need, call 394-0298 for all your lube, tire, and accessories. That's 394-0298. Zia Auto Shop, 1800 Main Street in Eunice, proud supporters of the Eunice Cardinals and Lady Cardinals.
Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Well, good evening again, ladies and gentlemen. This is Steve Mueller with you here with Jimmy Jones as we're about to bring you Lady Cardinals volleyball as they take on Loving tonight. The Cardinals are 2-0 and Loving is 0-2. Going to line up for tonight there?
Absolutely. We've got, for the Eunice Lady Cardinals, we've got number 1, Kiki Parker, the sophomore. Number 2, Arissa Frazier, the senior. Number 3, Faith Hobbs, the senior. Number 4, Denise Rangel, the junior. Number 6, Isabella Garrett, the sophomore. Number 8, Clarissa Patron, the senior. Number 15, Yolanda Granados. I don't have a grade for her. Number 23, Caitlin Gallant, the sophomore. And number 0, the libero, Kendra Caballero, the senior, and they're coached by Robbie Robinson and Misty Heiner. Loving on their lineup, they've got number 2, Emily Sierra, number 5, Faith McDonald, number 11, Diana Cueto, number 12, Jasmariah Carrasco, number 13, Emily Rios, number 20, Genevieve Sierra, number 21, Katie Montoya, number 23, Samantha Cozart, number 25, Alicia Martinez, and number 31, Maddie Cooksey.
All right, we're about ready to start the action here. As we're hoping for another straight set victory here tonight, so everybody gets a chance to relax before that football game against Hagerman tomorrow. And it looks like it's going to be Loving that is going to be serving to start this first game. It's a nice jig there by Caballero. She puts it back over the net. Here's the third time over, bringing back over to Granados. Granados sets it up to Parker. She drops it in. They're able to return it. There's the third shot is just dimped over by Loving and Parker. Or no, that was Parker. That was Frazier that put it back over. Here's Hobbs up to the Parker again. Parker goes deep. They're able to recover it. And that was to Hobbs. She brings it forward. Back to Parker again. Her third shot there, third time over. Oh, and Loving gets it into the net, and it just rolls right over. It snuck over.
Absolutely, yeah. She knocked it over. Kiki deflected it and went down the line and fell in on our side. Back to Loving for the serve.
There's up to Granada. She's going to center it over to Parker again. Parker this time gets it in, and we'll call that one a kill because that girl had no chance of getting it.
Absolutely. Kiki Parker with that left-handed kill there just over the head of the front line and in front of the back line. It's now 1-1 Eunice here in this first set.
And we got Rangel who is serving that one.
Denise Rangel with the serve.
Cubs up front there, back over to Oh, and there we go back again, as that was Gallant, as she powers it through the front line and drives it through the ground. The girl got her hands on it, but it was too strong for her, and so it's a 2-1 lead now for the Cardinals. Oh, and then an unforced error there is Rangel. She hits it out of bounds on the serve, 2-2, and Loving will serve here. Back over fence. Here's over back. Third shot for Loving as they go back to Caballero. She brings it forward to Hobbs. Hobbs centers up to Gallant, who puts it over deep. So now they need to bring it back over here again. Here's a Caballero. It comes up to Frazier. And that time Gallant just kind of dinks it over, but it's just... And too many times on the Loving side. And
so Loving hit it twice. Same girl hit it twice there. That's 2 hits for her. So it gives the point to Eunice. Eunice is now up 3-2 with Clarissa Patron back to serve.
Her serve, she goes about mid-court there. They bring it back up front to the center there. Nice save, and now Caballero has to get it back up from the back line. She brings it forward. Now they're back in formation. There's Gallant. She's going to try and drop it down. She's not able to. And
Clarissa Patron with 2 good saves over here on this side,
yep.
And just weren't. Caitlin got set there at the end and hit it right into the net. So it's now 3-3.
Nice dig there. They're going to bring it back over back over to Lovington. And Loving is not able to convert, and so the point and serve goes back over to the Cardinals.
Isabella Garrett had a really good kill there, but they dug it up, but couldn't control it and get it back over the net. Granados back to serve.
They're back over to Loving. Loving's here for their third shot. They bring it deep back to Caballero. Caballero Garrett, and now great shot by Gallant. She puts it deep, and it's almost too much for them to handle. They do recover. Here comes nice little thing by Granados. They all thought she was going to set it, and she just kind of sneaks it over and tips it down on them, and they get the point. Granados back to serve. Back third time to Caballero. Granados up front. Oh, and Gallant got that one over, but did deep, but they kind of saved her on that one. Caballero, oops.
Like we were in the net.
Oh.
Isabella Garrett got in the net on that one, so it'll give a point over to the Lady Falcons. It's now 5-4 Eunice, and Loving will be serving.
I didn't see that in the net there. We had a lot of that last night in the net.
Sure.
Caballero to Hobbs. Oh, nice shot. Nice try there on Garrett, but she hit it out of bounds instead. She was just thinking of a dink, and she hit it out of bounds. So 5-all. And back over to the other side of Loving. Loving sets up for the 3. They bring over net. Caballero to... Gallant sets it up, but she gets, Grenado sets it up. She got a little too close to the net, and they weren't able to convert. And we got a timeout now with Loving leading 6-5, and we'll have the serve when we come back. And we want to thank some of the folks that are making it possible for us to bring you this broadcast tonight. So we got Parker Energy, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, City of Eunice, Eunice Pump and Supply, and Zia Auto. Are you excited about the football game tomorrow, Coach? Judge.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm excited about the football game. I've got a roster here while we've got a minute. Number 1, Kaysen Pearson. Number 2, Vance Hemmingston. Number 5, Braylon Jeter. 7, Hayden Dean. 8, Jorge Ortega. Number 9, Micah Tippett. Number 10, Zeke Benton. Number 14, Sean Stinson. 16, Connor Berger Pierce. Number 18, Aiden Ornalis. Number 20, Gio Chacon. And I'll finish the rest here in a little bit when we have some time. That way we get to mention some of these football players that will be playing tomorrow.
And I guess so each one of the kids got 2 tickets, so that's how they're going to handle admissions at the game tomorrow.
That's what we were told.
All right, here's the service for Loving. They go back to Caballeros. Caballeros goes up to Hobbs. She goes with Gallant. Oh, and it's over. There's a great save there. And they get it. Cardinals get it back over on a great save. Who was that? Was that Hobbs that saved that?
Looked like Hobbs, and Loving then hit it out of bounds. So it'll be a point for Eunice. It's now 6-6 with Caballero back to serve.
Okay, thought that we were going to get a little double hit there when she had it off her hands and then off of her chest, but it doesn't matter as Rangel drops that one over and gets the point, and the serve stays with Cardinals.
Yeah, Denise Rangel got up there and found that back corner, and now we'll have Kendra back to serve again.
That's one of her forward spin ones. She also hits a knuckleball, which I always thought was pretty interesting yesterday. And then back over to Loving. Loving sets it up for the third shot as they're going deep. And it is blocked at the net. Oh, we had one of them go one way and one of them go the other, I think.
The young lady from Loving just hit it right into the center of the net. So it was a point for Eunice. It's now 8-6 Eunice.
Yeah, we had one judge signaling for Loving on that one.
She must have been wearing dark sunglasses because they hit it right in the net.
I agree. Oh, and they let it go. Rangel, she puts it back there, and they thought it was going to be out, and so she picks up another point, and goes down as well an ace there because nobody touched it. So Caballero is still serving. She's got a nice little run going here. Brings it over. There is Hobbs up front. She brings it over to Garrett, and Garrett just
Isabella Garrett just dinked it right over into the center and found a point there. It makes it 10-6 Eunice, and Kendra Caballero will still be serving. That was a nice little find there by Isabella Garrett.
And she was smart because that other girl was there to block it, so just dinking it, the defender had no choice, nothing to do. And Caballero got a little strong on that one.
Yeah, hit it a little long, so that'll give a point to Loving. It's now 10-7 Loving.
And Carrasco is serving for Loving. So it goes over to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to go where with it? To Rango. Oh!
Rangel finds that open space again. She's done that about 4 times already this set.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was a real nice find for her. We get a couple of subs coming in. Kiki Parker comes back in, and Arissa Frazier comes in and will take over as the serve duties right here.
There's her dribbling again. She's getting ready. All right. Oh, backcourt there. They've got to get it back over to it. And double hits there. So the one girl, referee called for double hits, so that's going to stay with the Cardinals, and they go 12-7 here in the first set. And that is over, and that was Rangel again.
That's Denise Rangel.
She had a nice save there, and that's out, so that's a double hit there, and so it's going to be 13. Yeah, that was a nice
13-7 Eunice, and we've got Arissa Frazier back to serve.
She goes deep. They sent it up close there, and the young lady tries to go over, and she's too far away from the net. And doesn't
hits
convert.
It into the net, and now it's 14-7. Arissa Frazier still back serving. Eunice in the lead.
They go deep with it. Here, centered up to the right-hand side. Bring it over to Caballeros. Yeah, and that's Parker. Parker puts it down. Oh, they were able to save it and dig it out. Yeah. And Faith Hobbs got just a little too much that time. I don't have a 14. Caballeros does a nice dig on that, save that serve, and then has to convert for throw. Oh, and just out.
Yeah, she hit a little too hard there. She tried to line drive it from the back row, and just a little too much on it. Loving will have the serve. Eunice leads 14-9.
And the backward Parker, and Parker goes in, and she's able to get.
She hit it on this side of the little upright stick.
Oh, boy, so out of bounds, basically.
Absolutely. It's 14-10. Eunice is still in the lead.
And Caballeros is going to put it back over the net, back over to Loving. Loving's going to set for the thing. Oh, it's too far away, so they just push it over. Granados gets a nice set there to Parker, and Parker just rolls over the top, and the point goes
Parker
over.
went with that left-handed little try to kill there, and we've seen it several times where it spins down the top of the net. This time it fell on their side.
Yep. So deep there, that was Hobbs serving that time. And 3 shots, and they don't get it over, and so the serve stays with Hobbs. And
Eunice now leads 16-10, and Faith Hobbs is back serving.
She brings it close. They bring it up. Oh, and the young lady hits it up too high on her set. It bounced off the ceiling, and nobody on Loving is able to play it.
It's now 17-10 in favor of the Lady Cards, and Loving decides they want to talk about it and calls a timeout here.
You want to talk more about the roster for tomorrow's game there?
Yeah, we can run down this. Number 18, Aiden Ornales. Number 20, Gio Chacon. Number 21, Brandon Trevino. Number 25, Danny Garrett. Number 28, TJ Martinez. Number 30, Kevin Garcia. Number 32, Jonathan Caballero. Number 34, Jacob Ortega. Number 42, Sammy Monsalve. Number 44, Isaiah Hernandez. Number 50, Julius Woods. Number 52, Raymond Barraza. And I'll finish the rest in our next break.
17-10, and Hobbs is still serving for the Cardinals. Oh, a little confusion there, but they were able to recover, and Loving gets the ball over. Nice dig there by Hobbs, and Parker is able to get the ball over, put it back in play. Goes back to Caballero. Caballero brings it up to Hobbs. Hobbs over to Parker.
Nice.
And Parker nicks it in. Nice kill shot for Parker.
Really nice set there by Faith Hobbs, and Kiki Parker came in with that left hand and drove it into the center of the Loving defense onto the floor. 18-10 now for Eunice.
Nice serve there by Hobbs. And bring it deep, and so they're going to go, and yeah, too hard and out of bounds, and it's now 19-10 in favor of the Cardinals, and Faith Hobbs is still serving.
Yeah, she drove that one all the way out the back of the end line, and a point for Eunice, 19-10.
There's first set. Oh, they put it in the top deck, but looks like they had double hits again, and that makes it 20-10 in favor of the Cardinals. Hobbs got a nice run going here. Oh, and they're able to deep. Caballero gets it. Going over Hobbs there. She brings up to Parker. Parker's able to drop it over. 2 there. And here comes Hobbs back over to Parker again. Oh, and Parker tried to go that time there and unfortunately hit it down on her side of the net.
Looked like she reared back, going to hit it real hard, then changed her mind and thought she'd tap it over into the space and just kind of got hung up in the middle. It's now 20-11 Eunice.
Oh. Boy, I sure hope Caballero's not injured there.
He likes to jam some fingers. I've done that a few times. No fun for sure. She started to raise up and do it like a set, and then she tried to change her mind, and it was too late.
Yep. Well, that's not good if she she does such a great job back there, so hate to have her injured.
Absolutely.
All right, here's Loving, puts it back over. Nice dig there by Rangel. Goes back over to Rangel, and she hits the ball over. Back to Caballero, good. See, and Hobbs puts it up, and she sets it for Parker. Parker goes deep on the Loving side. Oh, and Loving gets caught looking, and 3 girls looking at the ball and watch it drop at their feet.
Yeah, Kiki Parker reared back and took that left-handed kill down the sideline. They got a save on it, but never could control it.
She almost get hit in the back of the head by her own player on the serve.
Yeah, Rangel reared back there and hit it right in the back of her almost.
Yep.
It's now 21-13 in favor of Eunice, 21-13 here in set number 1.
Yeah, and Katie Montoya is going to be serving now for Loving. Okay, they're checking the rotations again. That's the one thing about volleyball is the rotations. It really gets confusing.
Yeah, I've never quite understood it, but I know that once you come in the lineup, you can only substitute for like that person, and it gets confusing. You got to keep up with who you went in for and where they were at in the rotation. And
I think I'll go back to 2-person beach volleyball.
Yeah. You know, one thing that I had somebody ask us about yesterday was the libero, the person that wears the different colored jersey. And so I looked up the definition, And I'll maybe on the next point I'll read that after this serve. 21-13, Eunice in the lead, Loving with the serve.
Balls to Caballero. She sets it up to Granados. Granados goes over to Gallant and goes deep, but they're, looks like they may be able to cover and keep it in play. Nice on Loving side. Caballero sets it over to Hobbs. Hobbs over to Gallant, and this time, Gallant hits it out.
She hit it out that time. Hit it a little long. Caitlin got a little too much power into that one. It's now 21-14 in favor of the Lady Cardinals here in the first set.
Oh, nice set for her, though.
Absolutely, and she hit it well. It's just a little strong.
And Montoya for the Loving does the same thing. Hits it strong and hits it out. And so point and serve goes back over to the Cardinals.
Loving returned the favor to us. It's now 22-14.
Hobbs and Caballero have this little thing that they do before the serves.
Patron with the serve.
Oh, Caballeros gets that. That is over to Hobbs. Hobbs goes over to Gallant, and Gallant puts it down, and it goes out of the return, tries to go out of bounds. So the point serve stays with the Cardinals.
Great strike there by Gallant. She drove it right into the floor. There wasn't anything Loving could do with that one. Now up 23-14.
That's her third hit, so they get it over. Nice. Oh, Granados made a nice dig. They just couldn't get it someplace so she could put it in play.
Yeah, so that cuts into the lead just a little bit. It's now 23-15 in favor of the Lady Cards. Loving will be up to serve with number 5, Faith McDonald.
Here's her serve. Parker there, and Parker drops. Oh! Parker's kind of went into the net, and there wasn't much that Granados could do with it.
I think that was Faith Hobbs. Parker's over there drinking some water.
You're right. Caballeros. Granados.
We got in the net that time. Oh, no, they called it on them. Ooh, I thought we were in the net, but I'll definitely take it. 24-16. It's now game point for the Lady Cards.
And Granados was serving there. Trying to spike.
Ooh,
and
that'll be the game.
She gets a good set, but she just powers it out. And so the first game goes to the Cardinals, 25-16. Let's hear from the people that make this broadcast.
Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
Eunice Public Schools is proud of their Eunice Cardinals, the Eunice community, and the staff of Eunice Schools. Eunice Public Schools has anchored itself as an integral part of the Eunice community and takes school safety very seriously. Eunice Schools have continually provided a quality education for the students of Eunice through good times and bad. The Eunice School District appreciates the Eunice community, and they're proud of their Eunice Cardinals. Eunice is on the move. Are you ready?
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
All right, we're back to action here as we're ready to start off the second set. with the Cardinals taking that first one, and we're just hoping for some straight set victory here tonight for the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, so Rangel will be back to serve. Eunice is up 1-0 in the sets, and here we are, 0-0 set number 2.
Well, they got the power line up in front there, too, because, look, they got Parker and Gallant up front there, and Granados is set. So they got the power line on the front line.
Yes, they do. Got some strong hitters up in the front.
And there's the serve, and it goes back deep. And they are able to cover it. There it goes up to, the ball just goes over, and Hobbs gets it back.
Nice.
And that Gallant.
In the scramble, Gallant was able to pick up that soft shot that Loving hit over the net and just tap it right over into the open space.
Very heads-up play.
I think Granados thought she had hit the net there, so she turned and looked at the ref like, hey, I hit the net, and there's no call. So we get the point. It's now 2-0. We'll take it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I thought for sure we were going to have,
Rangel hits that one a little long on the serve, gives Loving a point. It's now 2-1 in favor of the Lady Cards. Loving is serving.
Yeah, ref must have thought it was the ball that hit the net and not the hand.
Mm-hmm.
There's Caballero. Oh, boy, you don't see many miss hits like that from Caballero.
Looks like we have a question from the scores table about the rotation or the substitution. While we're discussing that, I talk about that libero really quick. A specialized player with defensive skills, the libero must wear a contrasting jersey from their teammates and cannot block or attack the ball when it's above net height. When the ball is not in play, the libero can replace any back row player without notice to the officials. So I thought that was interesting. We had several people ask the last couple of games why our team had a kid on the floor with a different color jersey and other teams didn't.
Yep.
So you don't have to have one, but if you do, they have to have the different color jersey, and we have Kendra Caballero on our side.
And we understand why she has that different color jersey, because she's earned it.
Yes.
All right, there's serve back over here. So the third shot it goes back over to Eunice. And
nice,
it's in.
Nice.
That is Gallant as she powers it down.
That's that shot that we've been talking about. When she goes cross corner over there, it's just tough to deal with it. It's now 4-1 Eunice.
Patron serving. Oh.
Patron hits that one into the net. It's now 4-2 in favor of the Lady Cardinals, and Loving will be back to serve.
And Katie Montoya is going to do the serving. Goes deep there. It's going to go Granados. Granados sets it up to Gallant, and Gallant puts it over.
Oh! That was an accidental good point on their team. Gallant powered that ball right off the arms of the defender, and unfortunately for the Lady Cards, it landed on our side. It's now 4-3 Eunice.
Unfortunately, Katie Montoya serves it out of bounds, so point and serve back over to the Cardinals.
Yep, it's now 5-3 in favor of the Lady Cardinals, and Granados is back to serve.
All right, so bring it up front there. Third shot, they're back Caballeros. Caballeros goes over Granados, and Parker just gets a little bit too much and drives. Oh, that wasn't Parker.
It's Hobbs.
That was
Faith
Hobbs.
Yeah, she hit a little strong there.
Parker's over on the bench this time.
It's 5-4 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. Loving serving.
And Hobbs goes over to Garrett.
Nice.
Garrett gets a nice one down there, and we get the point on it.
Isabella Garrett found that open space. The young lady from Loving got a hand on it, but just couldn't control it. We get a point out of that. It's now 6-4 in favor of the Lady Cardinals, with Kendra Caballero back to serve.
It looks like her hand must be better, so that's
I think
good.
so.
And her serve, and the girl can't handle. She's trying to backpedal, and she gets it off of her chest, and so a point to the Cardinals.
It's now 7-4 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. Caballero still serving. Oh. Not sure what happened there. That was kind of interesting looking.
Well, it looks like she stopped, and there is some confusion here as they were trying to – she was trying to hold it. Looks like they were trying to make a substitution.
She threw it up and went to hit it and then tried to stop, and almost like she bunted it.
Yeah. Well, she stopped. She was looking for a substitution there, so no point. All right, that looks like a better serve.
Yep.
All right, third shot over for the, oh, and it hits the top of the net and stays in, so the third shot, so the point and the serve stays with the Cardinals.
It's now 8-4 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. Caballero still serving.
Now let's get a nice strong run here. Ooh. Oh,
just a little long. All right.
Caballero's, boy, good court presence. She knew exactly where it was and let it go back.
Yeah, just inches over the line. It's now 9-4 in favor of the Lady Cards. Caballero serving.
Oh, and they hit it backwards there, and the young lady was set in the back line. So the point goes to the Cardinals, 10-4.
Caballero hits that kind of knuckleball, or that ball that moves funny in the air, and sometimes it's hard to return.
And there's the third one, so over back into Caballero. She brings it up to Granados. Granados goes to Rangel. They bring it back over. Rangel puts it up to Granados. Granados sets Rangel again, and she puts it, keep it in play. I was about to say this is the first really good rally we have.
Yeah, Denise Rangel gets another point there off the arms of the Loving defender. Loving has decided they want to think about it and call a timeout. While we've got that timeout, I'd like to jump into this really quick and finish this roster for the football team that plays tomorrow. Number 52, Ryan Teague. 55, Marcus Tercero. 58, Adrian Perez. 63, Jorge Ontiveros. 66, Caden Boyd. 68, Xander Garrett. 72, Antonio Granados. 84, Ovi Ontiveros. The coaches are Greg Jackson, Bob Reed. Henry Castillo is still listed on here. I'm not sure he's still here, and it says Brian James, but Brian James may be one of the players. I'm not real sure the way that's typed out. So
actually, he is a freshman, I think, when I saw the Max Prep.
All right. And Coach Jackson sent me a message earlier saying that there had been some changes to that roster, so if I announced your kid and his number and that wasn't correct, and I apologize. That was the numbers that we got off Max Preps earlier today. So those guys play tomorrow. Tonight we've got some Loving versus Eunice volleyball here going tonight. Earlier tonight, the JV Eunice Lady Cards remained undefeated. They have not lost a set yet this season, with wins over Lovington, Tatum, and today over Loving. And so here we are, up 11-4 in the second set. Caballero serving.
Still serving. Oh, and then she kind of caught in between there, and got too many people looking, and the Falcons are having a little bit of problem with her serve.
Yeah, it's now 12-4. Kendra's reeled off about 5 in a row here, and she's done well.
She has a top spin, and then she also throws that knuckleball at them. And that's twice in a row where that ball, that floater, or with knuckleball, whatever you want to call it,
yep,
they haven't been able to handle it.
Yeah, it's now 13-4 in favor of the Lady Cards here in the second set.
You know, I like it when she mixes it up, because she'll come back after the ball with the backspin on it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if she does that on purpose or if it's just the way she catches the ball. But it's they're struggling with it. I thought that one was going to go in the net for a three-pointer. So it's now 14-4 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. Another point goes to Kendra Caballero on the serve.
She is just totally confusing their back row. It looks like this time they're going to get it put it back over. Okay, they returned it this time. Oh, and it just barely goes over the net. All right, that's over to back to Hobbs, and Hobbs is going to go to Rangel. Oh, and it's just a little deep.
Yeah, just hit it a little too hard, knocked it all the way out that back corner over there. Looked like Tyler Almaguer hitting one out of the right center field instead of the volleyball game here. It's now 14-5 in favor of the Lady Cardinals, and Loving will be serving.
That was a nice 7-point run. So
absolutely.
There's Caballero, hits it back over to Hobbs, and put it back over to Loving. Caballero sets it up, goes to Granados. And Granados to Hobbs, and Hobbs just dumps it right in.
You know, she jumped up and reared back like she was going to hit it real hard, and then just touched it right around the defender into that open space. That was a really nice play by Faith Hobbs. Eunice now leads 15-5.
Real heads up.
Absolutely. Arissa Frazier's in the game now and back to serve. Eunice up 1-0 in the sets and 15-5 in this set.
So a 10-point lead here in the second set. We bring it back over to Caballero. She sets it up to Granados, and Granados goes over to Hobbs.
Looked like Eunice got in the net. Kiki Parker. So that'll turn the ball back over to Loving.
And 15-6 on Loving, and we don't have, there's a 14 serving, but we don't have a 14 on the roster, so we can't tell your name, sorry. Caballero, she brings it up, and they kind of get caught in between, and so that point and serve will stay with Loving, the Lady Falcons. We got the birds tonight, Falcons and Cardinals.
Yes.
Caballero sets it up. She brings it over to Hobbs. Hobbs to Parker. And Parker puts it deep.
You know, while we've got just a quick second, Araya Mendoza, a graduate of a few years ago, her basketball team played in the national championship tonight, and they just lost 100-96 in the national championship game.
100-96, and wow, that is a run. There's Parker. Parker puts it back over the side. Here comes the set, and bring it over. They just dink it over. Rangel gets it. She sets it to Hobbs. Hobbs back to Rangel. And goes deep. And the Falcons are able to bring the ball back over. Granado sets it up to Parker. Parker drops it over. Unfortunately, Parker hits it out. Nice set to her, though.
Yeah, and the ball was struck well, just a little wide out there. So it's now 15-9 in favor of the Lady Cards here in set number 2, Loving to serve.
So they've had a 4-point run here. Caballero back over on Hobbs, puts it over there. 4 hits.
I don't know what they were counting there. I'm not real sure.
There was no block off the serve, so that's normally when you see it. So another point. That's and Caballero, they get kind of discombobulated there, and Caballeros and Rangel kind of come together. So we got a timeout now on the Cardinals, as it's now the lead is down to 15-11.
Yeah, Loving's on a pretty good run here, and I'm not real sure what happened. We've kind of lost focus for a minute. Now, once again, on Araya Mendoza, she played basketball when I was coaching down here, was an all-state kid, multiple years, played for us when we made that run to the championship and got to play in the pit, ended up losing in the last seconds to Tehachapi. Great young lady, great player, and she's playing in Hot Springs, Arkansas at Champion Christian College. And so the Christian Colleges Association had their national championship this week. Her team made it to the championship game, and they lost tonight 96-100 in women's basketball. That's quite a game.
Must have been a game to watch when you see those kind of points. And here's the serve.
Sounds like there was some confusion as to if the referee had given them the go or not.
They're not given a point, so it looks like it's just going to be a stop of play. Caballero, she's going to say to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to Parker. Parker drops it in. They're able to recover it, but it's off the net, and so the point goes back over.
Kiki Parker.
Yep.
Kiki Parker got up and drove that ball into the back center of the defense, and we get the point. Now up 16-11.
All right, they're going for the set there. No, deep. That is a shame. Is Frazier dives in to get the dig, but nobody's able to play off of it.
Yeah, had a deflection there across court, and Arissa just couldn't quite get to it. Now up 16-12.
And Cooksey serving for Loving. Caballero puts it back over.
That was a close one. Looks like it's just out of bounds, so a point for Eunice. Eunice now up 17-12 with what looks like Denise Rangel back to serve, and we've got a substitution for the Loving Falcons.
They're bringing their big striker in. That girl can put some behind it also. And Parker kind of goes backward with it. Nobody's able to recover it, and so point and serve goes back over to the Falcons.
Yeah, the Lady Cardinals haven't looked quite as smooth this set. It's now 17-13 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
And Parker gets that one, and everybody's standing there looking at it. So Parker goes deep, and they're not able to recover, and so point and serve goes back over to the Cardinals.
Some confusion on the part of the Lady Falcons. They stood there and watched that ball hit. They got a good first touch on it, but then they all stood there and watched it. So now we have Clarissa Patron back to serve, and Loving has decided they want to talk about it. So timeout, Loving. Eunice up 18-13 here in set number 2 after winning the first set earlier.
Yeah, and we want to thank the folks that make this possible for us. I mean, a couple of them that we don't mention as much is Parker Energy in the city of Eunice. Yep. And Parker Energy, they've got to be real happy about how their daughter's playing.
Brett and Penny are standing right down there, and that's Brett and Penny Parker. They own Parker Energy Services, and they're always very supportive of the community. They're also my neighbors. They live right across the street from me. But Kiki's played well this year, and I said it the first game. I believe she's grown about 5 inches, and I'm not joking when I say that. I bet she's grown 5 inches this year, and she has played well.
She has been every game this over we've seen. She has been a difference maker in them.
Absolutely. So Eunice is now up 18-13. Patron serving.
Serve up, going to center it up to the center. Oh, and they can just kind of dink it over. Hobbs serves it to Gallant, and Gallant puts it back down and just buries it. Nothing anybody can do. When she gets a set like that, it's almost impossible to defend against her.
That cross-court shot for her is just so strong. When she does that, it is tough to defend.
And Grenades gave her such a perfect serve, or set. And that one there, we can't call it an ace because somebody actually played it, but it was awful close there for Patron on her serve.
Yeah, Clarissa gets a service point there, now up 20-13. 20-13 in favor of the Cardinals.
Oh, and they hit it into the net, and nobody's able to do anything there. 21.
Another service point for Clarissa Patron, who's done a good job.
Well, it looks like that little timeout there worked for them.
Absolutely. Seems to have got some life back into them.
They set it up to the Falcons. They bring it back over. It's over to Hobbs. Hobbs over to Gallant. Oh, and Gallant hits it into the net. Unfortunately, she got a good set there from Hobbs.
Yeah, it was right there where she needed it to be. She just kind of mishit it and played it into the net. It's now 21-14, Loving serving.
And Grenada, she's going to go to Garrett. Garrett gets it back in there.
Nice.
Oh, and she's in the roof, and the two girls trying to rotate up front for the Falcons ran into each other.
You know, that set was a little back off the net. Garrett was leaning back when she hit it, but she drove it right over into the center of the Loving defense, and nobody could get to it.
Nope. Oh, boy.
Granados there with a great serve. She gets a service point. Eunice now leads 23-14 here in set number 2.
All right, let's see if they can close this out.
Nice serve.
Yep. All right, here's going to set it over the net. They bring it back forward. Gallant's got it. Gallant's going to hit her with Garrett. Garrett's able to get the ball back over the other side, so we're keeping this match and set going. Oh. Well, Patron made a beautiful save. That ball would have landed in bounds. Patron was the only one that could get to it, and she tried to get up, couldn't get enough height on it to allow anybody else to follow it up. So
she drove over and got one hand on it and picked it up a couple of feet, but they're just too far from anybody else to get over there and help. And then Loving returns the favor by serving it right into the net. It's now 24-15, game point, or I guess set point for the Lady Cards.
And Caballeros is serving. Goes up front. They get third one. Garrett just gets it, keeps it in play. So that's what they needed. Here they go to the spike. And Loving Falcons find a spot when there isn't anybody. Caballeros gave it everything she could, but she couldn't get over there in time.
Yeah, Maddie Cooksey of Loving hit that shot down that back line over there, and great shot by her. Eunice is now up 24-16, Loving serving here in set number 2. And they hit it out of bounds, and that'll give Eunice the win. 25-16, Eunice with the win here in set number 2. Eunice now up 2-0.
Well, You feel bad for the players when they do something like that, but, I'll take the set for the Cardinals.
Absolutely.
Right, let's hear from the folks.
Cardinal Hardware is your complete lumber yard with reasonable prices and outstanding service. When you need hardware or lumber, think of Cardinal Hardware. When you need great accommodations that feel like home, think of Oil Patch Motel in Eunice. Cardinal Hardware and Oil Patch Motel in Eunice, another proud sponsor of all Lee County sports and academics.
The Eunice Clinic is proud to support the Eunice Cardinals. Go Cardinals! You're the pride of Eunice. The Eunice Health Clinic offers many of the same basic services that many local physicians provide. They specialize in sick care for all ages, women's exams, physicals, health education, lab tests, and diagnostic studies. They're proud supporters of athletic and academic events. The Eunice Health Clinic is proud to back the Cardinals. Go Cards!
All right, so here we are back, getting close to starting set number 3. Before we get up and running with that, I'd like to tell everybody about the JV Lady Cards volleyball team. They're now 3-0 after winning here tonight against the JV Lady Falcons. That's Maribel Lopez, Didi Zamora, Chloe Jones, the birthday girl, Brianna Armendariz, Kelly Stinson, Jasmine Martinez, Ashley Rangel, and Vivi Ornelas, coached by Misty Heiner. And man, they haven't lost a set this year, so they've done really, really well.
I mean, they've had some close sets, but they have not lost one, so they've been very impressive, which makes it, the future bodes well for the varsity.
Absolutely. So here we are. Eunice is up 2-0. It got quiet all of a sudden in here. Eunice is up 2-0. We're getting ready to start set number 3. And Loving, it looks like, we'll be starting off with the serve. And in comes the libero. Out goes Caitlin Gallant. And we're ready to get started here.
And we really have a problem with the numbers on the Loving team because we don't have a 22 either. So we apologize to her parents.
Yeah. Well, their coach needs to update their roster in max preps.
Oh, and that's not a great start anyways, as she puts the first serve of the game into the net.
It's now 1-0 in favor of the Lady Cardinals, and Denise Rangel is back to serve.
Rangel goes deep on the right side, and they hit it, but they're not able to keep it in play, and so Rangel gets a point.
That first touch for Loving wasn't very good there, went out of bounds. It's now 2-0 in favor of the Lady Cards.
And backing over to the thing, the third shot, bringing it over. That goes over to Frazier. Frazier goes to Gallant, and nice. Gallant buries that ball down as we're just perfect set for her, and she knew what to do with it.
She hammered it right down into the top of the key area on the basketball markings, and now Eunice leads 3-0.
And that set there was by Frazier, and she gave her a good one that time. As Frazier comes back, Frazier goes over to Gallant. Gallant to Parker. Parker drives it to the backcourt. And Loving Falcons are not able to get it over the net in 3, and so point and serve stays with the Cardinals.
It's now 4-0 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
Oh, they got out, and they weren't able to, poor communication.
Someone
telling her out, and she still went and hit it.
Yeah, one of their coaches over there was screaming out, 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 and that ball was going to be in.
Yeah.
And I think the player knew better, so she tried to hit it, but at that point it was kind of some confusion, lost it. It's now 5-0 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. Rangel is still serving.
Yeah, she knew what she was supposed to do to hit it. The problem is the rest of the team stopped.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, and the player can't handle that one. And on Rangel's serve, that ball spins out, and it goes out of bounds, so they're not able to play it.
It's now 6-0 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. Rangel still serving.
Here's the serve there. Oh, got caught in between there. Here comes the spike. Oh.
It's
Hobbs tried to save that ball, but there wasn't anybody behind her. She stuck out her arm, and that was about all she could do.
Yeah, it's now 6-1 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. Loving will get to serve.
Yeah, Rangel had a nice run there, 6 straight points.
Yep.
Caballero's back in the game, goes over there to Granados. Granados hits it back. Oh. Granados sets it up there. That's just going to go to Hobbs. Hobbs back to Granados. Granados hits it deep. Third and over to Granados to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to set it for Gallant.
Bang.
And Gallant buries it.
Yeah, that was a nice pass, a nice set, and then a great strike by Caitlin Gallant. She finished it off there. Eunice now leads 7-1. You know, while we've got just a second, they're doing these substitutions. I believe Mason Caperton was pitching today for New Mexico State as they were playing, I believe, down in Texas A&M. The former Eunice Cardinal from last year.
I remember him. All right, there's the serve. And third shot over, and it goes back to, here's Granados. Granados is going to, Gallant, she's deep, but they're able to put it in play. And, there's Garrett. Garrett drops it just back over the net. Got a nice rally going here. Granados going over for Gallant.
Nice.
And Gallant buried the back. Look at this poor girl. She was out there looking at her arm after she tried to hit that one.
That's, once again, that's that cross-court shot by Caitlin Gallant is just tough to deal with. Patron will be back to serve. Eunice is up 8-1.
If you get Gallant close to that net, she is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So Caballeros back over. She goes over to Hobbs. Hobbs goes over to Granados, and Granados drops it in for a winning point.
Yeah, she went up to hit that ball, saw that opening out there in the middle, and just tapped it right over the front line into that space to give them the point. It's now 9-1 in favor of the Lady Cards.
Good vision of the court. And
young lady from Loving misplayed that one.
Yeah, hit it backwards, and so 10-1. And
looks like Loving's going to call another timeout. So we'll have a timeout on the floor. Loving will be taking a timeout. Eunice is up 10-1 here in set number 3, which they lead 2-0.
And we want to thank Parker Energy and the City of Eunice. We don't have a play ad for them, so we want to make sure that we don't forget them and give them the due that they're deserved.
And I believe that as I've watched some of these playbacks, I believe they're also on the scoreboard on the live stream. So they are there, but that's Brett and Penny Parker. The Eunice Health Clinic, Leanne Reeves, thank you guys, you and your staff so much down there at the Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, Chris Myers, Ashley Davis, thank you guys. The City of Eunice, Eunice Pump and Supply, my neighbor Becky Nogelmeyer and staff, Zia Auto and the Whitmire family. Thank you guys so much.
And here's Patron serving again. This time they're able to play it, but they don't get it up to the net and not over, and so we get another point for the Cardinals, 11-1.
So Patron will be back to serve. Eunice up 11-1 here in set number 3.
Deep here, they're going to bring it close to the net. They're going to set it over. Oh, and Gallant got it off the block, but unfortunately they were right back there, and so it dropped down on our side.
Yeah, so now it's 11-2 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
Oh, Caballeros is just a deck. And the net, a good save on the Falcons side. Here's Granados, who's going to go over to Gallant on the other side. Oh, and Gallant hits it into the net.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she just came down a little bit on that ball and drove it right into the net. It gives the Falcons another point. It's now 11-3 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
Here's the serve. Comes back over to Hobbs. Hobbs goes Granados, and Garrett gets it that time. And they set it up there, but unfortunately the Falcons aren't able to convert, and so serving point goes back to the Cardinals.
Had a nice set there that time for Loving, but she just drove it right into the net, so now Granados will be back to serve.
I don't think, no disrespect to the young lady, but I think she thought she was taller than she was. A nice save by Caballeros, and then that goes over Patron, and Patron Gallant gets it back in, keeps it in action. Nice dig, Frazier. Gallant there. Beautiful. And Gallant just drops it in. And that was after a great hit by Faith Hobbs. As Hobbs got over in the corner and didn't have much to do with it, or much she could do.
Yeah, Patron had a real good dig there, and Hobbs tipped it up over the net, and Caitlin Gallant was able to find that open space. Caitlin Gallant that time looked like she was slam dunking a basketball right over the net to give Eunice the point. It's now 14-3 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, that was impressive.
She just kind of reached over the net and slammed it down.
And Granados is serving now. The third one they're trying to get over now. And it's going to come up short, so they're not able to get the ball off their own side. I mean, unfortunately, right now, the Falcons are self-destructing.
Yeah, it's 15-3 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. Eunice is serving.
They bring it up court. There's the spike. They bring it back to Caballeros. Caballeros brings it over to Hobbs. Hobbs to Gallant. And Gallant hits it into the girl, and she's not able to do anything with it. It came right at her.
I think on the movie Coming to America, when they yell, "In the face, in the face," that's Gallant just hit that ball right into the face of the young lady.
Yep. So 16-3. Caballeros is over to Hobbs. Hobbs to Gallant. And Gallant just taps it down where there is nobody. So no strength that one, just finesse.
They called Gallant in the net that time, so it'll be a take a point away from Eunice, give it back to the Lady Falcons. So the Lady Falcons will be serving.
All right, so 16-4. Caballeros hits it back over the net. There's another dig. Oh, great save there by the Cardinals. And
she reached over the top of the net. The ball was clearly on the Loving side, and Caitlin, she's so long, she jumped up and once again just slam dunked it on the side, and apparently that's against the rules. So it's now 16-5 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
Yeah, it's supposed to stay on your own side of the net. And that was after just a couple of great saves there. Garrett tried getting that one. She was a little too close to the net, and actually I think she hit that rod. What bounced it back.
That's what it looked like. It's now 16-6 in favor of the Lady Cardinals. Loving making a little run here.
Making it a little respectable.
Absolutely.
Caballero goes over Granados. Granados goes to Hobbs, and Hobbs hits it over. And they get a beautiful set on the Loving side, and that girl's just got a little bit too much oomph, and she drives it through the court, and point and serve goes back to the Cardinals.
Yeah, she line drive that one right out the back, and so gives the point to Eunice, 17-6 in favor of the Lady Cards.
And here's Caballeros again. They had a lot of problems with her earlier. Hobbs went over, and Patron does a nice save there. Caballeros digs into Hobbs. Hobbs is going to go to Garrett, and Garrett drives it in for the kill.
Isabella Garrett, she reared back and hit that one with some speed on it and drove it right into the center of the floor there on the Loving side. Eunice is now up 18-6 with Caballero serving.
All right, back over to Loving. Loving's going to return the ball. Third time. And it hits at the top of the net, and the Cardinals aren't able to do anything with it.
That was a real strange-looking ball right there. She drove it right into the net, but it had enough spin on it that it just spun right over the top and then fell right on the Eunice side to give the point to Loving. It's now 18-7 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
All right, going over to Hobbs. Hobbs is going to go over to
Nice.
Oh, Rangel, yeah.
Rangel drove that ball right at the defender, and she couldn't do anything with it and hit it straight up, and it fell to the ground. Eunice with the point, now up 19-7, and Arissa Frazier comes in to serve, as well as Kiki Parker coming back in over here on the left front side.
I want to get that power lineup back up front. All right, serve over there. Oh, it hits it backwards again. This girl, nice thing there. She brings it over, back over to the other side. And they get the drop and the point as Frazier made a gallant effort to pick that off the floor.
She may have scraped herself up there. She kind of looked like she did the scorpion, I think's what they call that, when they slide across the ground and their heels almost touch the back of their head.
All right, here's the serve. Caballero has it, brings it up front to Hobbs. Hobbs over to Parker. And
nice.
Parker drops it in for a point.
Kiki Parker, once again, gets the kill, drops it right into the center of the defense. Nobody can get to it. It's now 20-8 in favor of the Lady Cardinals with Faith Hobbs back to serve.
Well, she grew 4 inches. She's putting them to good use. Oh, the ball over here goes over to Hobbs to Granados. Granados is going to go over to Rangel. Oh, and Rangel is too far away from the net when she tries to do that spike.
Yep. Yeah, I think she thought she was a little closer to the net. As she turned and hit it, she hit it right into the net. It's now 20-9 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
And this is the third set as the Cardinals, well, we kind of got all the time there. The Cardinals are leading 2-0. Yeah, I think Frazier was a little concerned whether that ball was going to be in bounds or not and kind of decided late to hit it.
Yeah, Kiki Parker stuck her arm out there and bumped it.
Oh, here's Granados, and she's going to bring it up to Parker again, and Parker does a nice shot. They're able to recover it, and so keeps the ball in play. Caballero brings it over to Hobbs. To Granados. Granados hits it in. Granados is going to go to Rangel this time, and
nice.
Oh, and the Falcons return it, but they return it out of bounds. So nice one there on Rangel.
Yeah, Rangel reared back and let them have it. They returned it, but they returned it right out of bounds over on that side. It's now 21-10 in favor of the Lady Cards here in set number 3.
And Rangel serving. They bring it back over. Oh, great shot there, but there wasn't much that Gallant could do with that one.
Yeah, we struggled with that one right there, and it's now 21-11 in favor of the Lady Cardinals, and Loving is back to serve.
Oh, that was a nice one off the elbow by Gallant.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen that one before. Oh. And unfortunately, on that one, Frazier dove for it, and hit it, but it was actually going to be out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like it went right down that line, and I'm not sure she could tell exactly where it was at, so she went ahead and went for it. It's now 21-12 in favor of the Lady Cardinals, and Loving is back to serve again.
I'm going to have to watch the video with that elbow shot on Gallant.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. Uh-oh. I'm not sure what they called. I guess they called it in, so
okay.
the line judge there, she
had her glasses knocked off.
Yeah, she almost got hit with the ball. It's now 22-12 in favor of the Lady Cardinals, and Patron is back to serve.
Set it up, bring it over. They're able to bring it over. It turned right back by Garrett. Hobbs brings it over. Hobbs over to Patron. Patron to Gallant. And Gallant brings it back over. And they are not able to return it as the Falcons hit it 3 times, but they can't get it over the net.
Yeah, so it's now 23-12 in favor of the Lady Cardinals.
And we're 2 points from match. And we're 1 point from match.
Yeah, so it's now 24-12 here in set number 3. Eunice up 2-0. Eunice will be serving here with game point. If they can get this point, then we'll go home early.
Well, I'm not sure who decided to call a timeout with at game point, but
yeah, I'm not real sure. I'm assuming that Loving did. I can't imagine Eunice calling that timeout.
Yeah.
You know, while we're having a little break here, we'll thank our sponsors again: Parker Energy, Eunice Health Clinic, Eunice Public Schools, Cardinal Hardware, the City of Eunice, Eunice Pump and Supply, Zia Auto. Thank you guys for all you do. You know, we've got the Lady Cardinals are doing a heck of a job here. They've won the first 2 sets, and now they're up here in set number 3, 24-12, and we have the serve.
Match point.
Clarissa Patron back to serve, and looks like we're about to get ready. Just waiting on the whistle from the official. There it is.
Turn deep. Oh, and they're not able to handle her serve, and that will go as an ace to end the game.
Clarissa Patron with the service point to win the ball game, and Eunice picks up another win. They're now 3-0 They played the Tatum in the first game, ended up winning 3-2. They gave us the cardiac night that night. They had the 3-0 win over Lovington, and now a 3-0 win over Loving. So great job to these Lady Cardinals.
And I'm excited about tomorrow. So we got Cardinals football tomorrow, and not sure what the rankings were. I know in the fall they were the number 2 team, but I don't know if we've got any rankings. So with so many teams not playing.
Yeah, and I think the way I understand it, in 2A football, most teams are playing. So I think everybody's there are a few up in that northwestern corner that fall in our class, but I think most of them are going to be there. And so it's going to be an interesting year to see exactly how they do this.
Well, with the way that they're going to do the bowl games and that, you can't have an off game.
Yeah, one off game, and that probably knocks you out of championship contention.
Even if you win.
Yeah. I mean, I think down here in our area, if our Cards can go out and win all their ball games, I would guess someone from down in our area will be in that championship game. So if we can win all of our games, I think we're in pretty good shape. I can't see them not giving us a shot. But ultimately, you got to take it one game at a time, and you got to go out and win.
Yeah, and so we're hoping tomorrow, for those of you who don't have tickets, so if you don't have a child playing on the football team, more than likely you don't have tickets, we're going to be bringing you the game live here. You can listen to it on the radio tomorrow, or you'll be able to watch us stream the game. We'll be bringing you video and audio, but the game will be actually on the radio tomorrow too, so not just over the top.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we encourage you to tune in and listen. We'll have the video going, and you'll have Mr. Steve and myself doing a little commentating and talking about the game. On this volleyball game, back to volleyball, next week it looks like Eunice will play Jow here at home on Tuesday. On Thursday they'll play Hagerman here at home. On Friday they play Carlsbad, and on Saturday they play Dexter. So next week is going to be an extremely busy week for these Lady Cardinals, and I think this will be the kind of the meat and potatoes of their schedule coming up next week.
Yep. But they've got, both the JV and varsity have gotten off to a great start. So the varsity lost 2 sets in the first game. Now they've won in straight sets 2 games, and the JV straight sets in all 3 games they played. So they have yet to tonight they got a couple of them were close, but they still won. Yeah,
they've done a really good job. And the thing that's really impressive about that JV group is it's been a team effort every night, and not that the varsity hasn't, but the JV. You watch their game, and at the end of the game, you don't know who did what. You just know they won, and because every set, every time the ball goes up, a different player does something impressive. So they've done well.
And so this is Steve Mueller here with Jimmy Jones, as we are going to be signing off for the night, and we'll be on the air about 1:45 tomorrow with a 1 o'clock kickoff from Hagerman. We thank you for tuning in this evening. You all have a good evening and be safe.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We'll visit with you tomorrow.
Night.